Bam.
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 It's even. Okay.
Are
Go.
we back?
Look at this Look at this funny Tetris block.
That looks like Oregon.
That is quite the funny Tetris block. I'm actually gonna move the keyboard to be up here so that I can put my feet up.
That's fine.
Because with like the way I was sitting before, like my ankle fell asleep and it was weird.
I was like leaning on my arm the entire time.
Okay. We got like a U-shaped pillow and Kristen's gonna use it now.
Yeah. This way I can actually just like lean back but also be able to like see the entire TV and the text box, etc. No, the letter's a pistol now. Alrighty. Now we have to find another pair.
She's got new lines. This was the same. This is new.
Oh,
But
well,
I-
it's grayed out like that, meaning you don't have to worry about her anymore.
Don't worry.
Okay, that's why they looked a little different.
Irrelevant. Irrelevant. There's no need to press them because we've already pressed them. We just need to either... You can't present, so we just have to find the right people to pit at this
Right?
point.
I think so.
And I can't pit them against... I can't pit them either. Because between these three... So I'm thinking... We take Reddit Man, full of logic.
Reddit man. His statement, that is a new statement, by the way, so like, you could press it.
You could press her number 1.
Yeah.
Let's try that again.
That was very, well, similar.
All the evidence, you say. That's right, and there's no room for doubt. It's all pointed to that. Wait, that is the same. Napping man with a big mustache. Englishman with a big mustache?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Yes. What's your so-called skin print?
Oh.
Forensic investigation technique. Shams? No, I mean, Sholmes. Sholmes.
The numerous handprints on the wall are clearly out of the ordinary. And then Mr. Shanspeare put his mouth to the gas pipe on the wall. It can't be denied that there's a possibility that that's where the poison was. Well, I won't deny it's plain in my mind. But as the prosecution rightly says, we should pay no heed to the unacceptable forms of evidence. And besides... Yeah? Even if the fellow's been up to some mischief with the gas pants dozen of times before, doesn't mean he not to the same shenanigans on the night in question, does it? Oh. If you can't make up your case better than that, I'm afraid I can't change my stance.
You do make a very valid point, sir.
What?
That's true, perhaps I was a little hasty.
No. Look, you've got your chance here, haven't you? Prove your theory. What's it gonna be, huh? Leave our nationality out of this, please.
Mr. Naruhodo, if we can't substantiate our position, I'm afraid the jurors that changed their mind before are going to change them back.
What can I do? Is there any proof I can give here? Can I show Shanspeare did something of the blowing the gas pipe on the wall on the night in question?
Can we...
Interesting. You sent me a funny image, let's look at it. Oh, that's a giant corpse. There's a 20-foot tall, still twitching corpse of an unknown humanoid species.
Oh, right.
Restrained half a kilometer deep beneath Apple's headquarters in Cupertino, California, performing the calculation work of 150 supercomputers.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. Oh.
Victim's pocket watch broke and collapsed.
I'm interested by this third option that we have
The
here.
secret third option.
You have testimony?
Would that just mean that we could call on So Seki and be like, hey, did he ever do anything with like the fucking lamp? Like maybe like half an hour before he passed out?
Did he blow into the pipes?
I think you are correct.
No, in truth, I don't have evidence to support my theory. However, there's a witness testimony that substantiates it. What's that? Testimony? Never heard of it.
Incredible! Who?
Yes, it's all connected. Everything is linked.
It's all connected.
A person whose testimony revealed details about the gas in the Garrett residence that night. Namely,
This one.
that
There
guy.
he is.
Obviously, I'm talking about the defendant, Mr. Soseki Natsume himself. The defendant? At the very beginning of the proceedings here in court yesterday, Mr. Natsume said the following.
My lodging, there's been a whole series of strange happenings. And on that fateful night it happened when I returned from Mr. Shamspeare's room. Lit my gas stove and climbed into bed. Before long, the stove went out, and somebody tried to kill me.
On the night in question, the gas in the defendant's room went out. So I asked the court, was that a mere coincidence, or not?
Good golly! So that Shamspeare fellow blew air into the gas pipe to make the man's stove go out on purpose?
Rada, 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 rada.
He's done it before.
Stop.
Mr. Foreman? What the? What is it, man?
What do you want from me?
We cannot allow judgment to be passed whilst this doubt remains. It's true you don't have conclusive evidence yet, however, you must surely agree there is more to this case than meets the eye. Ah. Ah. Fair enough. Like I said at the outset, I'm a man of logic, first and foremost. At 4 jurors leaning towards not guilty, my lord, we've overturned the decision. Therefore, the defense calls for the trial to continue. As the defense has rightfully indicated, the summation examination is concluded with a majority of jurors altering their decisions. 2 jury members now call guilty, 4 now call not guilty. Therefore, the jury's opinion is conflicted and in accordance with the law of this land. I order the continuation of the trial. Mr. William Shamspeare. My lord, how can thy humble Shamspeare serve thee? What say you in response to the various revelations made during the summation examination? So God mend me, I do solemnly swear, I recall aught of either the lamp or the pipe. Rada, rada, rada. Rada, 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 rada.
I am done with this. The dignity of this great courtroom has been sullied enough already. Juror number 5.
Rada.
As I went to some pain to point out already, a print from the self-professed detective's toy has no place in a British court of law. As such, whether or not this man did indeed stand before the gas lamp with his hands against the wall remains at this time unestablished conjecture. You would all do well to remember that.
But the prosecution must concede that it would be extremely simple to verify. Just order the mouth of the gas pipe feeding that lamp in Mr. Shamspeare's room to be examined. If there are any traces of poison there...
What appears to be extremely simple is my Nipponese friend's mind. You will recall that in order to check for the presence of poison in the tea, some remnants of the tea were required.
Yeah, and?
Therefore, it shouldn't be beyond your wit to imagine that even if poison were to have been spread on the pipe, it would have completely evaporated by now, making any analysis impossible.
Ah! I didn't think of that. Do you want a cracker?
Take a cracker.
In any case, counsel, I fail to see what could possibly have motivated the man to do as you have described. Why on earth would this fellow have wanted to blow air to the gas pipe where he lived?
That's weird.
Oh, wrong guy. There's only one possibility I can think of. And that is... to use the leaking gas to commit murder. Order, counsel. Precisely whose life do you propose this man was plotting to end? The answer couldn't be simpler. We've unraveled the mystery this far. Mr. Shamspeare wanted to end the life of that guy. That's the one. If a gas lamp were to go out, it would be noticed immediately, of course. But a gas stove, on the other hand, could be silently extinguished by the killer without anyone noticing. Rada rada. Rada rada rada. Rada. Rada 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 rada. Rada. Rada rada. Mr. Garrideb, the landlord, has a large fireplace in his part of the residence on the top floor. In other words, it wasn't the landlord, but a fellow lodger whose life Mr. Shamspeare was trying to end. Outrageous! I'm talking, of course, about the defendant. Mr. Natsume isn't the villain in this case. It's that guy. It's the man he was trying to... This man. Good gracious!
He's a murderer!
Moida.
He would kill it Moida.
The accused is actually the aggrieved? Interesting. However, the fundamental facts of the case remain unchanged. Namely, your mother. The accused is the aggressor here.
What? How can you still claim that?
Let us indulge your fancies for a moment and assume that there was indeed poison on the mouth of the gas pipe. The question that then arises is, who put it there?
Huh? Who did put it there?
The logical conclusion is that the person responsible was aware of this man's trickery with the gas supply and his intent to kill.
Yes, that would indeed seem logical.
Huh?
If the assailant were unaware, how would I have known to lace him with pipe poison?
So now we must ask, how could anyone have known of Mr. Shamspeare's murderous designs?
You mean to suggest...
Naturally, the sole possible answer to that question couldn't be more obvious. Only the man whose life was being threatened could possibly have known.
What?
In other words, the person who put the poison on the gas pipe, what was a clear retaliatory attack. Could only have been the accused, Mr. Soseki Natsume. Whatever Mr. William Shamspeare may or may not have contrived to do, he was nevertheless the victim of a potentially lethal poison attack. The only person who could possibly have perpetrated that attack is the accused. Defense counsel's theorizing has failed to avert suspicion from the accused. Far from it. In fact, now that a clear motive for the poisoning has been successfully established, that suspicion is greater than ever. Would you not agree, my Nipponese friend?
Blah 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 blah. How do you manage to turn that around on me so rapidly?
Mr. Naruhodo, you must respond! Otherwise, the members of the jury may very well change their leanings against us again. And this may be our last chance to gain the advantage.
What advantage?
Well, it would seem that somebody put poison on the gas pipe in Mr. Shamspeare's room.
What happened?
So we must name the person now and absolve Mr. Natsume of guilt.
You mean name the true culprit?
I know it might sound impossible, but if we fail to do that, I have no doubt that Mr. Natsume's fate will be sealed once and for all. You have 5 seconds. Go.
As it happens, one possible culprit does come to mind. The evidence, the poison, so pointing to a particular person now.
Who is it? Who done it? I trust you'll make the correct choice this time, Mr. Foreskin.
Oh, don't sure what we know exactly. There's one other person who I believe could have been involved in all of this. True culprit of this crime. The true culprit!
Term found only in second-rate novels featuring third-rate great detectives, my Nipponese friend. But why not? This farce has gone on for so long already, I see no reason to cut it short before its disappointing climax.
Thank you.
Tell us, my learned Nipponese friend, what is your latest theory? Who is the so-called true culprit of this crime? You think her? Or him?
I was thinking Gyaradev.
I was also thinking Gyaradev. I wanted to see if it gave us the option to say the, like, the criminal that is totally not Sham Spirit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gyaradev would make sense in terms of being the only other person
I don't,
possible.
because I don't know who else could like kind of fit. It's not like he fits perfectly. It's more like he's like the corner piece of a puzzle,
Yeah.
and he just fits into like 2 of the snugs, but he doesn't fit into like 4.
Let's find out. You claim this person is the true culprit. Uh-oh.
Highly suspicious, I would say yes.
Perhaps, my learned Nipponese friend, you should turn those wide eyes into suspicion. Oh, whoa!
Damn.
You can't say that!
Damn. He was like, you really tried to pick a corner piece. Fuck you.
Die.
Very dangerous man indeed.
You must concentrate. Hurry the fuck up. Do it more.
Get it right this time.
Alright,
Alright, we're fine. We got this.
Good. So then, like, my next choice is
Right.
green.
Yeah.
Is there, like, literally young man who works for Ultima Gas? He's a oh.
23 years old.
Like, why is this description so brief?
Maybe, actually?
He's a witness to the incident.
He's a worker bee. I guess he doesn't like it when people fuck around with their pipes.
And then he
stole our gas. Kill him!
I kind of want to give it a shot.
Yeah, let's do it. We already saved.
Yeah. Yeah,
I do.
okay.
I would claim that he is highly suspicious.
Ooh, that's weird.
Oh, I just don't want it to be green.
I don't either.
I don't want it to be green.
I also just don't think I like.
The name
No.
I hate this. I hate
Mr. Shanspirit is, I believe,
No.
Miss Olive Green, Miss Host. I do feel as though I put that name in the recent past council, but I don't recall where.
Miss Olive Green, the woman from 6 days ago? Victim in the recent case of stabbing on Briar Road. Incident for which Mr. Natsume was arrested, I hasten to add.
Oh, yes, I remember. She left comatose. She was comatose for 3 days. She regained consciousness.
I hardly need to remind the court, Mr. Shamsir's poisoning took place 3 days ago. Given that the woman was lying comatose in a hospital bed at the time, she appears to have a rather fine alibi.
True. On the night that the incident occurred, Miss Green was in hospital, unconscious. So on the face of it, it would seem she couldn't possibly be responsible. But still, my colleagues and I visited Miss Green in hospital yesterday, and we found her to be in possession of a bottle of poison. Good gracious, she had poison. And there's another fact that links Miss Green in this case as well. The defense requests that she be brought to the witness stand in order to explain the details to the court. Tell me, Mr. Shamspear. My lord, pray what be thy bidding? Are you acquainted with Miss Green? No, never heard of her.
Judging by the look on his face, I think he genuinely doesn't know her, at least not by name.
Voice of Her Majesty's prosecution here, I adhere to my word. You will see my learned Nipponese friend's farce through to its conclusion.
I appreciate that.
Execution requires a short recess, my lord, in order to subpoena the witness and bring her here.
Yes, Miss Olive Green.
Indeed, my lord, 1 hour should be sufficient. Yo, speaking of, can you believe Nick told me at the start of this that this would take no more than an hour and a half to wrap up? And I didn't believe it, but I didn't want to say it to
you
his
know
face at
what?
the time.
I think that
I said hour and a half to 2 hours.
Ace Attorney games are super easy
Very
to
well.
underestimate.
I grant the request.
And also, Nick reads incredibly fast, and he's not taking into account the fact that we are speaking all of these lines out loud.
I could blow through this shit.
Also, I said 1.5 to 2 hours.
Okay, and it's
Nicholas,
like
30
one-
minutes is not going to make the difference here, I promise.
Nick, we can keep dragging this out. We
The
can make it so that
defense
we can,
says
like,
shut up!
pass that 2 hour mark easily.
The defense says stop talking now!
I'm crying! I'm literally crying! The prosecution uncontested.
He's gonna play this game while
The defendant
eating.
and his culpability remains the
He's
sole
literally training a cracker right now.
subject.
Throw me one of
court
those.
attention. That was the last one.
Nicky wants a cracker?
I'll get more.
Nicky wants a cracker?
Thank you, counsels. We will reconvene in 1 hour. Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. Because now we're gonna spend... We're gonna spend a whole section of the court case. Which would be like 20 to 30 minutes establishing...
Do you have the keyboard?
No, I don't. You took it.
They're going to establish that he was the person meeting Miss Green.
Don't look too hard at the screen. I'm going to look at something.
And then...
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure I can?
Once they're done establishing that, they're going to be like, but why did you do that? Why'd you know about the case? And that's going to establish that he's Mr. Murder, but then he's going to go, so what if I'm Mr. Murder? That has nothing to do with this case. And then you're going to put the final pin in the needle. And that's going to take an hour at least.
Do you want a break here? Did you want to stop and switch no more?
It's up to y'all. How are you feeling, Cribbin?
I'm good either way, honestly. Actually.
I want to switch to more.
Okay.
All right.
This is the perfect place to do it.
BRB.
Literally.
What do you mean literally?
We'll be right back.
That's what.